Hey guys, welcome back to the Enlightened Logger channel. I'm gonna film something today. I've been reluctant to film up until this point, but this is an important one. So this is a side project we've been working on. I'm gonna show you some of the before and after photos and a little bit of what we do. But got the business registered the other day, something I've been wanting to do for a while and finally just made the leap. We do small removals and pruning on properties for ornamental and hand pruning work. So we do everything from structural pruning to ornamental pruning, as well as shearing, and it's something I've enjoyed doing over the past few months with this crew. I've learned a lot, and it's something that I want to continue doing. I think it's a great supplement and a great fit for my skill set and the tools that I have in my bag, and it's something I can do for a long time to come. I mean, it's a big market down here, so you can see the different types of trees and shrubs here we're going to be working on. I'm just going to pan you through the property here. We've got everything from azaleas all the way to maple trees and cedars and privets growing up in the back, dogwoods. We're going to be doing a lot of work here today. We figured anywhere between 6 and 8 hours for our crew, a crew of 6. And we're going to show you what the end result is here. After we're done doing the structural prune and the aesthetic pruning, this particular client is in the process of getting ready to sell. So they want to beautify their property as much as possible. Show you guys some befores of this dogwood. We've got some clearance issues with some of the trees that are a little close to the home, and there's also some dead wood in them, so we're going to clean them out. And like I said, we're going to show you guys before and after, but this is a project we've been working on for a while, and I'm pretty excited about it. Okay guys, here we are. I'll show you some progress. You can see as I pan up the cedar trees, we've cleaned those up. Got rid of a lot of the dead on the bottom and some of those lower hanging branches that were blocking off the light down here to the shrubbery. You can see John's done a hell of a good job with the crepe myrtles. He's been on those for about 3 days. I'm gonna finish up here in the corner cleaning out all this stuff. Show you guys some handwork here quick. Handwork. Poor John. He works in sales all week, so he doesn't really get a lot of exposure to, manliness. This would be good stuff for the channel.
Yeah. Everybody be like, oh man, they are some assholes down there.
Yeah. So we give John a little shot of testosterone every weekend. Come out and hang out with us. All right, grab the pole saw here. I can find a free one. There's one here. Are you using that other pole saw, John, or is that somewhere else? The green one?
That's right here.
Okay. All right. That's just got a little bit better edge on it than that yellow one. I gotta tighten up this set screw though. It's a little wonky. All right, Mr. Matt, I'm gonna have this limb coming down here.
Got it.
I'll try not to put it on your head.
I mean, if it happens, it happens.
There we go. Here's a little bit of a snap cut here. Which didn't want to snap, but that's okay. I'll take it off here now. Wish I could reach it, and I could do it with a small chainsaw. All right. Put you on pause here for a minute. Look at that view. There we go. A little bit better angle at it. There's that one. This one's pretty dead, so we might be able to hook him. Got another one coming down, Matt.
Okay.
Maybe. Should be weak enough now. I think. There's that. I should be able to get this other piece off here. Excellent. Got a couple more over here we can get now. All right. Thank you. I just pause this guy quick. I'll cut this guy down a little bit. A little easier to haul. All right, I'll get this corner cleaned up. I'll show you what it looks like when we're done. Okay guys, we're getting close to the end of the job. I'm obviously going to show you the afters, but I'm going to show you these two crepe myrtles I'm going to be working on here. See how thick this guy is in the interior and kind of bushy it is. We're going to open them up. Same in here. It's been murdered before, but we're going to go ahead and clean up what we can from the inside out. So I'll show some of that process, some of the ideas behind it and what we're thinking and why we prune the way that we do. So on the real bushy crepe myrtle, I'm going to start on the interior and work my way out And I'm actually gonna do some of these uprights, but definitely gonna open up the interior because we want the inner portion of the tree to have good airflow. So we're gonna open up some of these guys. And we also want it to have a more upright shape. So we're gonna take off some of the outer ones and thin those a little bit because they're kind of downward. So we want to take those and clean them up. So the gist of it is, in a lot of cases, it's 10 to 15% is usually about where you want to be or less for pruning. But because this is so thick, we might go a little bit harder on it. Just because it's way too thick. Hasn't been pruned in a while, and it just needs some touch up, that's all. I normally don't like to break them off like that because it's not clean, but sometimes you got to bend them out a little bit to get a good bite on it, get the saw in there. A lot of these will go back through and clean up. The secret really is to open it up so you can see what you're working with. Doing this on my hands and knees to start with, to at least get some working space here. And then, like I said, I'll work my way up, clean up these nubs that are a little bit too much. We're also going to do some structure while we're at it. This guy's already rubbing right here. You can see this point, this friction point. That's hard on a tree. So, because it's repeated damage every time the wind blows. So we're gonna go ahead and thin him out. Just remove him all the way down to the bottom. And the same out front here. Make a cut there. There we go. Open these guys up a little bit. Now I can get a better angle on it and go through and clean these guys up. Because I'm not going to leave them like that, obviously. The same thing this guy, it's a crossing limb, so we're going to go ahead and take him out as well. Probably going to take this guy out because of the way he crosses twice up through there. Not ideal. There, that in itself is going to make a big difference to the interior of this tree. So I'm going to keep plugging along at this, and I will show you the progress as we go. Okay guys, here we are at the end of the day. Got the crepe myrtles. Here's the one I worked on here a little while ago. Opened it up, did a structural prune. In the back here, we've got Rose of Sharon and a couple more crepe myrtles and dogwoods that we pruned up. There was a lot of dead in them. They were super thick. So we took and opened them up. They look like they're kind of butchered at this point, but in the spring, they're gonna look phenomenal. They're gonna push out good growth where those healthy pruning cuts were made. We're gonna walk back through the backyard here and take a quick peek. So here along the house, we've got a bunch of shrubbery we had to take way back because again, it was really woody and too leggy. Here's the crepe myrtles that John was working on earlier. I was picking on them about being married to. Thinned those out, opened them up, gave them a nice upright structure. We pruned most of these smaller shrubs. We did I worked on the majority of these cedars along the back, and the neighbor liked it so much, he's gonna have us prune off a bunch of those lower limbs in the back side here. So we're gonna go over and do that next. You can see how nice and even those are. Again, we raked up, we hit it with the blowers, and as you can see, you've got a nice clean surface back here. Took out all the scrubby growth, the ones that came up on their own. Took out some semi-dead cedars that were in here. Cleaned up this maple some. We did a bunch of crown raising as well. And then opened up the rest of the shrubbery, gave them separation in between. You know, pruned the azaleas properly, took back the holly, cleaned up this peach tree. This thing is in really rough shape. Peach trees struggle here. They're hit and miss. Sometimes they do great, sometimes they don't, but we cleaned him up. Opened up this cedar and the crepe myrtle along the side here, and the other Rose of Sharon and the crepe myrtle up there. So as you can see, we definitely had our work cut out for us today. We've been here pretty much all day with this crew. This crew did a great job. We all worked really hard. As you can see, it's really nice and clean. We take a lot of pride in what we do. So this is going to be a piece of what I'm doing going forward. Doing hand pruning, shearing, and overall property maintenance. Something I enjoy doing. I love working with these guys, and I love having the opportunity to learn and have new experiences. So I appreciate you guys stopping by. Please like, share, subscribe, help us grow the channel, grow our reach. Any comments you have, love to hear them. Have a great day, guys.